solving it now with these fractions with an equal sign. So I'm solving for p. I need a value of p. You get the same denominators on both sides of the equal sign. Now, this one's not too bad because I don't need a denominator over here. Because look, ready? I don't know what I'm going to end up multiplying this by, but if I multiply anything by 0, what's it come out to be? 0. So it doesn't matter what I do to the right side, it's still going to be 0. Everybody all right with that? So I'm not even going to put a fraction on this right side. If there were a 1 there, like it is in the previous problem, yeah, I do have to put it down with the fraction. Okay, what's your common denominator up here? Remember, some of you guys I walked around on Friday, you still have to treat the 1 as a fraction. Can't disregard it. So I got p plus 1, p minus 3, and 1. Are there anything in common there? No, don't say p because these go together. All right, nothing in common, so what's left over? Give me everything that's left over. P plus 1 left over. P minus 3, and you can put the 1 in there if it makes you feel warm inside, not needed. All right, here we go. What do I have to multiply the p plus 1 by? P minus 3. Here we go. So I'm going to multiply that by p minus 3, and that'll give me p squared minus 3p. What are we multiplying this one by? P plus 1. So that'll be plus 3p plus 3. Everybody good so far? Okay, you got to take care of the 1. What are you multiplying the 1 by? Everything, right? Everything. So 1 times p plus 1 times p minus 3. So you're going to have to FOIL double distribute on that for me. So I get p squared. Yep, everyone see what I get in the middle here? I get negative 3p and 1p gives me minus 2p. And then when I multiply the numbers, that'll give me minus 3. And again, if you're doing it this way and you want to put this at the bottom, it's not going to matter. It's still going to be 0. Okay, drop the denominators. How many p squareds do I have up top? 2p squared. Okay, go with me. The 3p's are gone, right? But I still have a negative 2p. What about the 3's? They're gone. So that's it right there, guys. That is it. That's all I can do. What's common in both that I could take out? 2p. So I'm left with p minus 2. 1, calm down. One. Okay, so over here, 2p equals 0. P minus 1 equals 0. So over here, what's my answer? P equals 0 and P equals. And we talked, store it into your calculator, do the left side, make sure it equals the right side for both of them. If your calculator comes up with an error, you got to reject one of them. Anything there? Because it's not going to, unfortunately, not get any easier today. Is there anything, and I apologize, this is 100% my fault. I should have told you on you guys that try out some of the assignments that I put out there, I should have told you to not do number 11. Okay, I did not want you to do number 11. What did I assign? 4 big problems, right? I did not want you to do 11. That's my fault. Should have told you. But other than 11, any of those that you may want to see up here. And again, it's your call if you want to try them out or not. What's up? 35, you got it. Probably a beast denominators here. Oh, okay. So we have opposites here. Okay. Good question. So let me get some room to work. Okay, everyone. Hopefully it's big enough. You can see what I have up there. All right. So like denominators. Get like denominators. Before I do anything, I'm going to factor this one here to y plus 2, y minus 2. All right, ready? What do they have in common? Y plus 2's got to go in there. And do you see that the leftovers are opposites? So that means I can put the y minus 2 in as well. I do not need to put the 2 minus y, but if I have opposites remaining, how do I represent them? With the y minus 2 and also a negative 1. All right, ready to go with me? What's the y plus 2 missing? Oh, and, okay, so I'm just going to apply the negative right now. Good? Now I got to multiply it by y minus 2, so you get negative 2y plus 4. All good there. Okay, now here's where you got to be extremely careful. When you take a look at these two, different color, this and this are the exact same things. Everyone help me out, why? When I distribute the negative here, what's the sign on this y? Got it. What's the sign on the 2? Everybody see that these two are the same as that one. So now I'm going to ask the question, what's it missing then? If these two are the exact same, just the y plus 2, and you're going to have some self-respect and tell me to distribute what? Negative y. So minus y squared minus 2y. Grace, we good so far? Okay, and then I'll turn it back to you. What's the denominator on the right side missing? Yep. Let me just negative 1 minus 2. Okay, so I got to multiply this by a negative 1. So that'll be minus y squared and minus 4. All good? Ready to drop the denominators? Okay, you tell me, what am I left with on the left side here? Yep, negative 4y. Sorry. And over here, it's just negative y squared minus 4. Okay, here's why there was no answer. Anytime I have squareds, I got to move everything to one side, get it equal to 0. What happens when I move these over? They cancel out, right? Okay, so now I'm left with negative 4y plus 4 equals negative 4. Good so far. Okay, move something over for me. Negative 4y equals negative 8. Go ahead, divide by negative 4 on both sides. Y equals. And if you check this on your calculator will give you an error because when I plug in 2 up here, what's going to happen? Can't have 0 in the denominator. So that rejected. That's why there's no solution here. Good there? Good question. Anything else? Because really, I think I'm going to have you guys kind of teach me today. We'll see how that goes. Questions? Number 2. 7/3 minus, got the right one? Okay, I'm going to open it up to everybody now, so everyone be on your toes, even though AJ asked this one. All right. There's nothing to factor. Need a common denominator now. Need a common denominator. Let's get this thing wrapped there. Yeah, leave. That's fine. Bless you. 20, 18. I'm going to ask every day. 8. Who's got 8? That's me. Ready to go? Yeah. Okay. You got Trent, you got a 3 and a 12 up there. I can do the 12. All right. I can definitely do the 12 out of 3 and 12. And what's left over, Trent? Okay, so here's my common denominator. Good so far, AJ. 12 times x minus 5. All right, let me know what I got to multiply the 7 by then. All right, let's get this rolling here. 5, ready to go, 5? Well, 3 and 12, I definitely got to multiply by what? 4. So I'm going to just make this a 28 right now. All right, everyone all right with that? If I make that a 28, AJ, you all right? I'm going to make that a 28. And what else do I still have to multiply it by? X minus 5. So that's going to be 28x, oh boy, minus 0, carry the 4. 16. I had 200? No. 28, 4. I have no idea. 140. Anybody want to check me here? 140? Yeah. What's this miss? What do I still have to multiply that one by? Let's get it going here. Hey, 8. What do I still have to multiply the 3 by up here? That is a 12 minus 36. And what do I need to multiply the 12 by over here on the right side? Let's hear from 3. X minus 5. Oh, this is going to be painful again. Let's see. 9 times 5 is 5. Carry the 4, 95. Drop the denominators, everybody. And I won't go any further here. AJ, can you handle it from here, solving for X? Combine your like terms, move the 19 over, divide both sides by your number out in front. Okay, good. Okay, so you just move 7/3 over, and then did you cross multiply after that, or is that how it was? Okay, yeah, that's fine too. Just another way around it. Yep, I'm okay with that. Any others? I think we did most of them there. All right, here you go. Here's what I'm doing today. Everyone see the equal sign we had in there? I'm going to throw one of those at you now, the inequality symbols. Okay, and how is this different? All right, here we go. Rational inequalities. So now you're going to see a greater than or a less than symbol, and we got to do a lot more work, Guys, I have put everyone, calculators, by the way, out, or if you need to borrow one, let's go. Because you are going to have to use the store key. Come on up. No fraction template on there, so you have to use parentheses. We're on fire today, huh, man? Okay, let's get right to it here. Everybody see it's a little different than what I asked you to solve on Friday. This now has a greater than symbol instead of an equal sign, so yes, we do need to approach it differently. First step, anybody want to read number 1? What do we have to determine? What makes the fractions undefined? What's undefined again? Denominator 0. So what is the only number we can plug in for A that would make any of those denominators 0? 0. All right, so let's get that first here, that the undefined value, I'm just going to make a note up here, 0. Okay, I'm just going to put UND just to remind you don't have to do that. You can write the number 0 there, but that is the first step you need to do is out of all the fractions you have, what number is going to make it undefined? In this case, it's 0, because that 0 is going to play a role here in the next couple steps. Next step, find the zeros of the equation. Here's what I mean by zeros. Replace that inequality with an equal sign. And solve for A for me, please. Take that inequality, replace it with an equal sign, and solve for A. When do we do these? How about Friday? All right? Solving fractional equations. I just went over a bunch. Solve for A right now. So you need to find A. Common denominator on both sides. This one's a tough one, huh? Common denominator on both sides. 5. A, there you go. And again, if you don't want to show this and just drop the denominators now, go right ahead. You still have, I know the 2 doesn't have a denominator, but you still have to deal with it. You can't skip it because it doesn't have a denominator. So what do I multiply that one by? 5 again. A. Multiply the 2 by A. So we end up with 2A minus, what do I multiply the next fraction by? Here you go, 12. What do I multiply 3 over A by? Nothing. So it's just going to be minus 3. Next side, what do I multiply 5 over A by? 14. Nothing. Just going to be 5. Drop the denominators if you haven't done so already. Drop them if you haven't done so. 2a minus 3 equals 5. I'll give you a second. Solve for a for me. Solve for a. I'll get back to somebody in about 20 seconds. Solution for a here, 11. Solution equals 4. Everyone all right so far? Any issues? Okay, so you have two numbers right now that you've discovered. What was the value that made it undefined? 0. What was the 0 to the equation or the answer? 4. These are called critical values. The undefined values and the answers are called our critical values. What are we going to do with those critical values? Everybody remember your old number line back in the day? Your old number line. We're going to place them on a makeshift number line that we're going to do. What was our first critical value? 0. And what was our other critical value? 4. So we divided it into a number line. Now here's what we need to do. I have no idea where the answer is going to be. Could it be between 0 and 4? I don't know. Could it be less than 0 and greater than 4? I don't know. So what we're going to do is test the values. All right, we're going to test values outside of 0, in between 0 and 4, and outside of 4. So I need your help right now. Can you give me a value that we can test that is less than 0? Oh yeah, there we go, -1. So we're going to test -1, and I'll tell you what I mean by test in a second. Give me a number we're going to test between 0 and 4. Let's make it easier on ourselves, right? Well, it's all easy because the calculator is going to do the work. And a number greater than 4. 5, sure. Okay, how are we going to test? Remember me showing you the store key. Everybody remember the store key from Friday. Go ahead, take your calculator, store -1. If you want to keep a, that's fine. If you rather just keep using x the entire time, that's fine too. Just decide right now what you're going to use. And I should have been a little bit more prepared there by getting my calculator up. Okay, have your calculator up. Store in -1 for either a or x, it doesn't matter. Okay, everybody ready? So we're going to test -1 first. Here we go. Take -1, store it in for a or x. Again, I told you whatever floats your boat. I'm an x guy, so I keep it x. What's the left side of my inequality? Read off the left side to me. 2 minus, okay, fraction template, 3 over a, or in my case, x, because I'm using x. And that gets me to 5. All right, so I got 5. Is 5 greater than, everybody ready? What's on the right side? 5 over a. And what do I get there? -5. All right, so everyone take a look at this. Is this true or false? Is 5 greater than -5? Is that a true? True, yep. So all I like to do there is just put a little check mark above. Yep. And now I got to test my other values. And here's what's great. Oh, I don't know if you guys have ever done a little copy and paste in the calculator or not. What's the next value I have to test? 1. Okay, ready? Good. All you have to do, this is great. Great. And I'm probably going to be the only one being jacked up about it. 1, store it in for x. I do not need to retype everything again because it's already been typed in most of your calculators. You can just simply scroll up. Look at that beaut. Highlight it. There it is. Don't have to type a thing in. No injured index fingers. It's unbelievable. So I got -1 on the left. Is -1 greater than? Okay, I'm going to start letting you guys take control now. Go ahead and find the right side. Is -1 greater than 5? Is this a true statement up here? Nope. So that's a big old X. That's not going to be part of the solution. And then what about 5 now? So go ahead and test 5. And as you're starting to see, yes, these are going to take a while. So let's test 5. See right there. What are you guys getting on the left side? Store in 5. Ooh, fraction. Thanks, Grace. 7/5. Ooh, all right. Is 7/5 greater than? What do we got on the right side? 1. That's an interesting discussion. Is 7/5 greater than 1? Is it? I hear a no in there. If you do 7 divided by 5, is it going to be a decimal bigger than 1? Yeah, it is. Okay, so we see where our solutions are. Now the last thing I got to show you, and some of you know it from last year probably, is how do I write this now? How do I write my final solution here? Ready? Because I'm going to have you write in the good old notation now. What's our variable? A. All right, so remember doing the little, and tell me if you didn't do this last year. I think you should have, but A, and then you have a little vertical bar such that? No? We're okay now? We're okay? I'm not doing anything brand new here. Describe to me this solution here. Describe to me this solution. A is any answer less than 0. Any answer less than 0. So going back here, A such that A is less than 0. Or describe to me the other side now, where we found 5 was an answer. Or A is greater than 4. That's how we're going to finish that. Whew. I'm going to have you remember in between here in a second, but it's a lot of work. I know, a lot of work, but hey, are we all good? Any issues? Ask away here. Testing the values. Why didn't I put or equal to attached? I don't know if anybody is asking that or not. Why didn't I put or equal to attached? Well, first of all, can it be 0? No, right? All right, can't be 0 because that's what make it. So there's no way I'd have it or equal to with the 0. And if this doesn't have an or equal to, I don't put 1 with the answer. Okay. Everyone all good? Do not start giving up on me at all. Do not start giving up on me. Let's go 2. First thing, critical value. Where is this There's only one fraction here. Where's it undefined? K equals? Everyone agree? K equals 1. It would make that fraction undefined. Okay, there's your one critical value that eventually, when we're ready, is going to go on the number line. 1. Ready to solve it now. Replace it with an equal sign. I don't think this is that bad. What is my common denominator up here? Here you go. 2. What's my common denominator up here? And it's only 1 minus K, yeah. If you want to drop the denominators now? Go, that's fine. First fraction, what do you want to multiply it by on the left side? 12, what do you want to multiply this 4 by? Yeah, nothing, me neither. What would you like to multiply the k plus 3 by? 14, what do you want to multiply that k plus 3 by? 1 minus k, here we go. I'll let you guys do that right now. FOIL double distribute. Combine your like terms and let me know what you get. $17 when you're ready. I'm just looking for these two to be multiplied. That's all I'm asking. What type? I do have k squared, but well, not k squared though. Positive k, negative k squared. Go ahead. What's in the middle now? I have, let's see, I have negative 3k and positive 1k. Negative 3k, positive 1k combines the what? And then 3 times 1. Everybody good? All we did was FOIL those two, and I get negative 2k in the middle. Drop the denominators. Go ahead, drop them. Got to get one side what? One side equal to 0. But hey, I get it. I get it, guys, that it's very easy just to move the 4 over. I don't know how everybody else rolls, but I always have whatever's in front of the square to be positive. So are we okay if I move all of this to the left side? Okay, good. Because I'd like you to do that for me there. Number 17 again, look at that. How am I moving the k squared over? Negative k squared. How do I move it to the other side? It's negative. What do I do? Add it. How do I move the negative 2k over? How do I move the positive 3 over? And when I combine it with the 4? Yep. Go ahead, factor that trinomial. Been doing this since we met each other the very first day. Good times. Trinomial, a value is 1. How do I factor that one? When you're ready, 5. When you're ready, how am I going to factor this one? K plus 1. Yep. Oh, nice. So really, I only get one value out of here, right, guys? K equals negative 1. Got your number line? I'm going to walk around right now. Let me see you put both critical values on your number line that we just had. Put both critical values. The undefined value and the final answer that we got. Doesn't have to be anything great, your number line. And what I need you guys to do right now is figure out what numbers you want to test with now. What was our, it was 1, right? So we got negative 1 and 1 on the number line. Okay, let's make a class decision. What number do you want to go to the left of negative 1? Negative 2, fine. Please pick the one here. Yeah, 0, you don't have much choice. Don't be the kid that picks a half. And what about the 1 to the right? 2. Okay, ready to test. Store in negative 2. for k or x. It's up to you. And what's my left side look like? Four over 1 minus k. And I get 4/3 out. Okay, so when I test -2, is 4/3, is that a less than or greater than sign I have? Greater than or equal to? And what is my right side? K plus 3, got it. I don't need to plug that in, that's 1, right? True or false? 4/3 greater than or equal to 1? Did I get my numbers right? We all got 4/3 and 1? Okay, so that's true. Okay, plug in the old 0 now. Plug in 0. Let's see what we end up with. Test 0 out. What do we get? 4 on the left? Is that greater than or equal to 3? What do you guys got here? Solution or no? 4 greater than or equal to 3? Yeah, no? I got my numbers right? And now we got to test 2. Go ahead, test 2 out. -4. What'd you guys get on the right side? What do we get on the right side? 5? Is this a true statement? -4 greater than or equal to 5? Nope. So how are we going to write this one now? Look at where you got your checks and your x. All right, we'll first start with k such that. What are you going to tell me about k? Try to describe it based on your number line. Everything greater than, everything less than, everything in between. Using your number line, what do you got for me? Here we go, 19, what do you have? Okay. What about this then? Okay, well, why don't we just do it all in one? Instead of saying this and this, do you see how I can just combine it and give you all this? Okay, hold on here. You said less than or equal to. What did we say at the beginning for the undefined, though? Your undefined value is 1, right? So it can't include 1 because that makes it undefined. So just less than or less than 1. Does everyone see why it's getting the or equal to? That number, your undefined number, never gets the or equal to. Can't. Everyone all right with that? Your undefined number never gets the or equal to. That's it. Whew, boy, how comfortable do we feel going on our own here with this next one? Let's just start it off together here before I feed you to the wolves. Okay, undefined first. Undefined. What's your undefined value? There's only one fraction there, and it's going to be 2. Yep. X can't equal 2. Replace the less than or equal to with an equal sign, and if you want to discuss it in your group right now, what would be your common denominator here? What would be your common denominator on both sides? You got 3, you got x minus 2, and you got 4. What's my common denominator there? Any groups want to take it there? I'm hearing a lot of good stuff. 12 times x minus 2. Yep. You and your group right now, figure out what everything should be multiplied by. What should everything be multiplied by? First one. Any group want to take this first one here? What should this first one be multiplied by? 4 and... Okay, when you give me two things, like you said 4, I'm just going to put a 4 with the x and just get it out of the way. Now what does it still have to be multiplied by? Okay, x minus 2. Go ahead. What do I end up with? 4x squared minus 8x. Yep. All right, discuss in your group right now. What should the next one get multiplied by? I already got x minus 2, so it's just missing 12. Yep, so minus 12. And finally, what's the next one have to be multiplied by? Yikes. It's got to be multiplied by 3 and... Okay, how are we going to handle this? Because I get nervous now. Would you tell me the first number it's got to get multiplied by? Okay, can you do that right now for me? What's it become? Just multiply it by 3. 3x plus 3, and then you told me that's got to get multiplied by... I got the 3 already done. What else does that have to be multiplied by? Okay, FOIL, go ahead, everybody. Let me know when a group's done and you've agreed on it. Okay, can I get a group here? Can I get a group to volunteer there? What do you got, Matt? Okay, hold on. 3x squared, I got that, yep. Yep. Minus 3x in the middle, and then on the outside, minus 6. Nice job. Okay, drop your denominators, everybody. Drop them. 4x squared minus 8x minus 12. Got to get one side what? One side equal to 0. Go ahead. I'm going to call in another group here. Get one side equal to 0. Should be something nice that you can factor. What do you end up with? Gonna get a group, another group, new group, new group. Moving everything over for me. Okay, no problem. Can I get the group who has number 4 in it? Anybody? Okay, I get x squared when I move the 3x over, and I get minus 5x when I move it over. Yep, and then minus 6 when I move the negative 6 over. Yep. Okay, can you guys factor that for me? Anybody know two numbers multiply to negative 6, add to negative 5? Ooh, watch the 3 and 2 here. Negative 6 and positive 1. All right, so what are my two values here? 6 and... Okay, now this is the first time, because now how many critical values do I have? The one undefined and the two answers. Yeah, so 3, so put all 3 on the number line. Put all 3 on the number line. And what you're going to have to do now is you're going to have to just test one extra value. All right, and we'll finish that up if you can tonight, please. Test the value in between and outside.